guys, welcome back. My name is Timmy Train. I'm your link to the fire within and to God. Now, guys, I want to emphasize this over and over again. That's what God wants me to tell you. You got a power. You can change anything in your life anytime. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have everything, right? You can enjoy this life. Just follow God, the right God, the principle, the only one, Jesus Christ. Now, you can go water down. You can make up anything you want to because you got a power. You can go trying to learn from somebody else, but you know you got a power to learn on your own. And you just because I need follow the simple principle. It doesn't matter you read the whole Bible, any books, but it comes down to you have that power to be good or to be bad, to be a hero or to be a villain. You got that power. Doesn't matter what book you read. I don't care if you read the Bible, okay? You read the Bible, you read any other book, anywhere. But it comes down to you. Are you going to act like human? Or are you going to act like animal? That's it. There's no if, but, no nothing. There's nothing else can change that. Do you want to be in control of your life? Now, I understand, as human, when we're young, we're growing up, we want to influence by other people that we see. That's how we are, right? Because we're young, we got to learn, right? So what we learn? We learn from the people around us or people that in our eyes, right? So everything you want to do in your own life is that you had some kind of influence from those people that you see. And when the people that don't follow the right God principle are halfway, what you gonna expect you in about the same way? Water down. You water down. You don't have a principle to stand by. You don't have a foundation to stand by. So what happened? You let everything in. Everything else came in because you have no foundation to protect it, to protect yourself from all this information. Now we got more information because the internet, right? The internet. But at the end of the day, all those information, but how are you gonna to decipher what's good or bad? The evil is when you're confused. Too hard. You can control it. Give your power to somebody else. They can control it. See, by the end of the day, nobody can control it except you. You have that power. Because you don't. You give your power to somebody else. And it doesn't matter they're a leader or anything like that. When they got your power, and you lost. That's why you see things happening in the world. And you want to control it, but you can't. But you were never meant to be controlled. You were meant to control yourself. And you were meant to look and understand. And when you control yourself, what happened? That way, when you live your life, the other people can see you, and they can control yourself because they can want to monitor you. But you look at the world, and when all these people get mad, angry, upset, and some of that, and when somebody do crime, all kind of stuff, you're trying to control everything, and you're hoping other people control. You give the power to other people, hoping they can control anything, but they can't. But they're gonna go out there and try to go against God law once. Once they go against God law, they're subject to man law, and they go against man law, then they get punishment by mankind. Shooting, killing, all kind of stuff like that, right? It's because man set this in play, right? And when you don't follow God law, you're subject to man law. And man law controlled by man. Man don't care, The consequence of because they want the same thing with you, the emotion aspect of it, right? Yeah, they uphold the law, but they still, as a human being, they still, have that emotion, all kind of stuff with that. So, you in an intense situation, you know what? Sometimes, you know what? If you don't have really strong in God belief and His principle, you're gonna act like animal. You don't kill each other. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is, whether you like it or not. If you want to avoid all this, you got to teach your family to follow God, follow the right principle. Or you just confused, and you're looking for something outside this principle, the guideline, outside this principle, which is the guideline that contain your power. And you let all these naked in the world to get in, and you're trying to control everything. Well, you wasn't meant to control everything. You wasn't meant to understand what's going on in the world, because all you do is get mad and upset. At the end of the day, somebody get hurt, you're trying to blame somebody else, right? And all you do is do a whole bunch of gossiping. You know what I'm saying? But everything can be prevented. But the thing is that, as human, we like gossip and magnify things, especially when the negative about things, and we don't know what the truth is. We cannot interpret the truth. Somebody gotta start something. Something in bed, somebody gotta start it, right? Whether it's it's a big thing or not, you gotta start it. Somebody gotta start it, right? Somebody's not following law. Somebody's not following the principle, right? And it started such a situation, right? Let's say somebody, start a fire or something like that, and the fire going so big, and it burned a lot of whole house down. Now, instead of, blaming the person who, start a fire, we're going to blame the chief, the fire department, the couple of houses down the street. The people shouldn't recognize this, shouldn't recognize that. But who started the fire? Who started the fire? But no, we don't want to blame that person that started a fire. He might not know. He didn't understand the fire was going to burn it like this. But we got to blame the chief. You got to blame the fire department. Why didn't they stop it early? Or how about the next door neighbor? How come he didn't recognize this and stop the fire? That's just the person started the fire. They could have come on when the fire come up, and they could have come on and, sacrifice themselves and stop the fire. Why didn't they? You blame somebody else. Then as our emotion going, then we then at the same time, somebody come in and say, "Oh, vote for me. I will punch that sucker. I'm going to sue him." Then you give your power, and that's when evils came in. Oh man, it's good opportunity. All these people get mad, upset. Let's tell them that, vote for me so I can have the power over all these people and control them all. And that's what happened to our world. But there's nothing new. It's going for thousands of years in human existence, because we don't really truly follow God and His principle, and teach your kid the same way. All right? That's it. Whether you like it or not. Now, if you want to change your life, it's really simple. Follow God, Jesus Christ, and your life changes, and the world changes as well. You got that power. You got the power to stand up, to speak out, to share about God. Or you got the power to say nothing, to be quiet, silent, and let the world go the way it is. Then what are you to God? If you say you believe in God, and you don't stand up and say nothing, you're so quiet, you be a slave and go work for somebody else, come home and do this your thing, and your family, next generation, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But that's your power, your choice. God gave you that. So change your life, follow God, Jesus Christ, follow Ten Commandments, change your life. Bye bye. Have a good day. Bye bye.